Look closely at these numbers. These are not just faded symbols. They are a perfectly crafted psychological trap that has defeated intelligence agencies and supercomputers for 2 centuries. Behind this piece of paper lies a legendary treasure. Tons of gold valued today at over $3 billion. The terrifying part is not the treasure itself, but what these papers do to the minds of those who read them. It has ruined the lives of hundreds of geniuses and mathematicians who left their jobs, spent their life, savings, and lost their sanity trying to crack the code. And the result was always madness. I am not the gold, nor was I ever the map. I am just a heavy, rusty padlock. I spent decades in pitch darkness guarding an iron box left by a mysterious man in a dark basement back in 1822. I was told I was protecting mere papers, but they were papers that held the breath of history. It all began when a man named Thomas Jefferson Beale walked into a small inn in Virginia. He was noble, wealthy, and surrounded by a strange aura of mystery. He lived there for months and became close friends with the innkeeper, Robert Morris. And then, one day, Beale vanished into thin air, leaving behind this iron box. 30 whole years passed, and Thomas Beale never returned from his absence. When Morris could no longer bear the agonizing weight, he decided to open the box, only to find 3 papers covered in thousands of tightly packed numbers. Along with them was a letter revealing a shocking truth. Beale and his crew of hunters had discovered a legendary gold and silver mine during their wilderness expeditions, and they had transported and buried it in a highly secret location in Virginia for protection. These 3 papers were the sole ultimate key to reaching that immense wealth. Morris almost lost his mind, going completely bankrupt while trying to solve these endless enigmas, until a brilliant friend stepped in to re-examine the papers. This friend noticed that the first number on the second sheet was 115. It occurred to him to match the numbers with the text of the American Declaration of Independence, and he began counting the words. And then the miracle happened. The cipher cracked wide open, the original words materialized, and he stood frozen in absolute awe before what was written in Beale's own handwriting. The translated second paper stated clearly, "I have deposited in Bedford County in a vault lined with stones, tons of pure gold and silver. But the ultimate catastrophe here is that this specific paper tells you what is inside the treasure, but it completely fails to tell you where it is located. That cursed, lethal secret remains locked and heavily guarded inside papers number 1 and number 3. And right there, the spark of global obsession was ignited, a fire that has not been extinguished to this day. Military codebreakers, top international intelligence experts, and even modern supercomputers have tried matching these numbers with thousands of historical books, novels, national constitutions, and holy scriptures. But all to no avail. Beale had used a completely different secret book as his cipher key, and he took the name of that book with him to the grave. Imagine the sheer frustration that consumed those who spent their nights under the dim, flickering light of candles, desperately linking numbers to letters, believing at every single moment that they were inches away from the solution, only to discover, by morning, that they were chasing a ghost. The quiet county of Bedford transformed into a destructive testing ground as thousands arrived carrying shovels and metal detectors, digging up forests, excavating caves, and turning mountain rocks upside down, finding nothing but cold mud and lifeless stones. Some believe that Beale was not just a wealthy man, but a mathematics genius far ahead of his time, who engineered a multi-layered encryption system that is practically impossible to crack unless you possess the exact specific edition of the book he kept in his coat pocket. For some, this obsession mutated into a family curse, where children inherited the cryptic journals that darkened their fathers' lives, only to continue spinning in the exact same endless numerical labyrinth. What is truly terrifying is that some modern researchers attempted to use artificial intelligence to analyze the frequency of the numbers, and they discovered that the papers contain highly unusual mathematical patterns. These patterns never appear in randomized writings, proving that behind these digits lies an intentional, authentic human message rather than a chaotic hoax meant to misdirect people. A discovery that only pours fuel onto the fire burning in the hearts of treasure hunters. With the passing of all these centuries, the mountains of Virginia continue to hide their secrets beneath a dense shroud of fog, and the wolves of the night still guard those valleys where Beale might have once walked, carrying heavy gold bullion. Is it even believable that a fortune of this magnitude, capable of altering the economy of entire nations, is sitting beneath a few ordinary stones, with nothing separating us from it but the name of a single book forgotten by time? Now, the terrifying and most critical question remains, the very question that splits historical and cryptographic giants right down the middle. Does this legendary treasure truly exist in the dark shadows of the Virginia mountains, waiting for that one ultimate mind to crack its code? Or was Thomas Beale nothing but a passing phantom who engineered the greatest, most profound psychological trap in human history, leaving humanity to tear up the earth in search of gold, while he laughed from the heights of his mystery at those brilliant minds, ruined and consumed by the riddle? And here, we reach the edge of the abyss in this terrifying game. Does this legendary treasure still wait in the dark shadows of the Virginia mountains? Or are we all victims of the greatest, most clever psychological hoax ever crafted in history? If these numbers have defeated the sharpest minds for over 2 centuries, what is the hidden secret that everyone has failed to see? Is it a buried reality or merely a mirage? Drop down to the comments right now and write me your theory. Do you believe in the existence of these $3 billion, or is it a highly sophisticated trick? Share your analysis, because perhaps the answer closest to the truth is yours. The story is over, but the mystery has just begun.